morning.
Yep. New day. Today is the day.
Whoa, it says 45 degrees.
There's no
it
way.
feels
There's
way
no way.
colder than that.
Dude, we had to give it a little neutral rev. Alright. So JE is his like parent company, Mr. James Evans.
And they got a 5th gen.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, what's going on with that?
No stopping. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop.
Yo, 5th gen R32 Mark IV.
It's pretty boss. I mean, like, how bad do you think they would? We're just gonna park here and see what he says.
Yeah.
So James, I want you to know that this was a gym.
It was.
It was a gym. I promise you. And we left it at a shop. We go to pick it up the night before we're bringing it to you, and we found that the car had been broken into because the shop left it out front. There may or may not have been an orgy in here, right? We don't know for sure. But
hopefully there's no aftermath in there.
Yeah, hopefully not.
The good thing is the body, everything's straight. There's no strut tower rust.
Yeah, for what we got to do with it, it's not, that kind of stuff's not going to be a big deal.
And body's beat up, but we're gonna drag wall with this thing, so.
Yeah.
Or smack into a wall with the thing.
Or smack into a wall, burnouts, drifting.
It's nice not having too much worry about like messing it up. So.
Yeah, it's not a nice car,
yeah,
so.
It works good and drives good, and then you can just let it all hang out. If something breaks, it breaks.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Fenders are cheaper than frames, so just stay out of the wall.
All right, so we are gonna unload this beast. Holy crap, that's a shop. That is sick.
You guys haven't been out there yet?
No.
Okay, we'll get the tour going.
All right, let's see how Zach does. Yeah. All right, let's get this bad girl off here.
Whenever? Okay. Alright, I've been training my whole life for this.
We good, gentlemen?
What's that?
I should just keep going.
Oh, yeah. It's just.
Yeah, there it is.
Not bad at all. Yeah, I think if anything.
I think it's up a little bit, but I'm not. This shop is insane. It's awesome. All right. The future.
Dude, that's
is
bald
here.
eagles right there, buddy. Heck yeah.
It's 900 something.
You got a big old Hiroshima hairdryer right there. That thing is gnarly.
Alright, so we made it over to Sikky Manufacturing. This is James here, and we're going to be working on the LS swap, which I know triggers everyone, which I love. So,
Yeah, you guys dropped off a gem of a Mustang, so
jam, absolute jam.
looking forward to stuffing the old bald eagle Chevy fun into it.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we're gonna take it through the whole process that we do with the regular design stuff and do some scanning of the engine compartment so we can build a CAD image of the actual sheet metal, the motor mount locations, the trans bracket location. Then we basically build everything 3D in CAD, get to the point where everything fits. You know, we can get all the transmissions that we want in there and then literally start making prototypes. So we're gonna show you guys some bits and pieces of that process, and the whole build in general.
Yeah, they're going to be filming it on their YouTube channel. If you click the card right up there, it'll actually bring you over to their channel, so they'll be filming the process, scanning it, welding, whatever you guys do, that whole process.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool, so check it out.
And you guys make everything here in-house?
Yeah, so we do all the welding, fabricating, CNC machining, design. It's just all in-house, and we're actually standing right now in the showroom of our shop side of the operation, so it's kind of our sister company to Sikky, which is JE Import Performance, which is where it all started. Way back in the day, JE was born in my mother's garage in suburbia. Basically, I started a shop, I was about 18 years old, and started working on friends' cars, and before you know it, I had a pile of motors going out my driveway to the point where my neighbor reported me to zoning and basically got me kicked out. So I had to
that sounds a little familiar.
Put on my big boy, to put on my big boy pants and go rent an actual shop building. So we moved into there for a couple years. Same thing, kept growing and growing and growing, busting at the seams. Lo and behold, I still wasn't quite legal zoning-wise. The same thing happened again, and I got kicked out of that place, and we had to move down not too far from where we are now, about 2 or 3 miles up the road. That was about 8,000 square feet, and we filled that up, had to rent the space next to us, and then about, I guess 6 years ago, we ended up acquiring this building, and thinking
this building's awesome.
60,000 square feet. We're like, all right, we'll be cool for a couple years, and unfortunately, we're trying to get creative these days with storage and kind of organizing things, just because we're starting to fill this one up too, which is a scary thing, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find anything bigger than this, but either way, it's been a hell of a journey. But we're gonna show you guys a little bit of a tour today, walk around different pieces of the operation, and like I said, we're in the showroom right now. This is a retail. If you come to get your car worked on or get Sikky parts installed, this is where you're gonna come, but we'll head over towards the manufacturing side of things, and we'll walk through the shop area on the way.
Yeah, and they make handbrakes, which you guys saw with Zach's Camaro.
Yeah,
and,
buddy.
I mean, I think you guys are known for that just everywhere, as handbrakes. On top of all the LS swap, you got the FRS BRZ stuff, LS swap, and then the BMW LS swap stuff.
Correct. Yeah, we're pretty much, we kind of started on the drift side of things as far as Sikky's concerned. Everything we made day one was drift, so handbrakes were big, caliper brackets and caliper kits and stuff like that. The LS swap part came along just because we had a customer came in the door one day at JE and said, hey, I want to LS swap my 240SX. And we were looking around, there was one company that was making a kit, but it was real janky, MIG welded sheet metal, just looked horrible. It was super expensive, and we're like, we could do better than this. I mean, running a shop for 20 years, we know 9 times out of 10 when you buy a part, it's supposed to bolt on and you get it, and there's nothing more frustrating when you got to re-engineer somebody's part. So that's kind of the whole basis of Sikky. We make it right the first time, precise fitment, super high quality, made in the USA. We try to, that's basically the foundation of every product we design and manufacture. So that mount kit started Sikky. Basically, we made our own kit, designed it, and there's been several iterations of that original kit since then. As we get customer feedback over the years, we're always trying to tweak our products and make them better, not just be satisfied with what we did 4 years ago. So the opportunity comes along to remake something, we always do. I kind of look at it like the iPhone, every year they come out with a new, better one. So maybe not to that level, but we like to constantly be pushing our products in the right direction.
Come out with quality stuff.
Follow me. We already saw this. Yes, this is our dyno. Basically, if we're designing headers or something like that, this is where we kind of prove them out. Tune customers' cars. Somebody comes in for one of our turnkey swaps. The whole point of turnkey is that it's got a lead running and driving and tuned, ready to go. So
you got a hub dyno.
Yeah, we've been using the Dynapack dynos since day one. Really good, really reliable. Probably the most repeatable dyno.
The hub of the car literally bolts to the dyno, so you lose your tire, wheel, rotation.
This right here, this bolts on like a rim basically. and that directly engages into the hub on the dyno. So there's no tire slippage, no straps. I mean, you can, it's one nice thing where you got these high horsepower cars that just want to burn rubber on the dyno roller, then you don't have that problem with this kind of dyno. Yeah, so we got all kinds of customer projects.
George, where are you at?
Our buddy George has a Focus RS.
This guy puts that thing through its paces so you can see from all the dust.
How it should be, man.
That's how it should be.
If you're gonna have that car, that's how you use it.
George.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we've been designing everything as we go for it.
Mustang owners, you ready? That's right.
Fits like a glove, but looks better than OEM. Two-cylinder system. That's a pretty printed version that we put together.
For you Mustang guys that don't know what LS means, it stands for Lord's Swap. That is the Lord's Swap. Put it in everything.
Yep.
You're doing the Lord's work.
We got that 69 GTO that's here getting like kind of like yeah, this is a SR or S2000 powered Datsun 510.
Nuts. You do a lot of drift alignments anymore, or?
Yeah. We also have scales too, so we're like corner balancing, especially
Nice.
if you're like LS swapping. It's good to know where your weight distribution is. We don't just throw the motor in; we put it in where it makes sense. Obviously, there's some restrictions, but we do check weight distribution and try to get that sweet spot of the, you know, perfect layout.
Nice.
That's getting LS swap.
Oh yeah. S10 4-door. Old junkyard LS, it'll do it, man.
Yeah.
You throw a Hiroshima hairdryer on there and it'll be moving. What do we got here?
Traditional Nissan stuff.
Nice.
SR20.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, this is obviously the shop side of it.
I think you brought some of those motors you were talking about with you, James.
Yeah. Big old 2J in that thing.
Wow.
So this came in from, shipped all the way here from Idaho.
Tried to do a Mustang, didn't work out.
Yeah.
That guy went a little too hard into the wall.
Oh man.
We got all the drivetrain out of it.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Just a donor car for you guys then?
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, we buy cars from insurance auction and take all the guts that we need out.
Nice.
Used parts sales, that's kind of the eBay parts side of things.
See this?
Is that a Mustang manifold?
That's a Coyote truck manifold.
Oh man. James, what do you have that in here?
Supercharger on that one. Here's we're just actually test fitting
T56.
yeah, we got a bunch of, that was a new trans cross member setup. So
Yeah.
captured
We got
bushing.
polyurethane.
Yeah, so super beefy.
Nice, man. Oh yeah, love that. The design is incredible.
There's no flex in it anymore. Like from the
The
years
factory
ago.
transmission mount is terrible, man.
Is it? Yeah, that's our new 350Z and 370Z.
Are those solid mounts?
Yeah, we use them for testing.
Okay.
That's also an option when you buy a kit. Most of the time they'll come with these like polyurethane ones down here. These are like used test mounts, but
Nice.
we do a lot of that. Making our own oil pans and headers and stuff like that. But you see that stack of billet flanges over there against the wall? Those are like the foundation of the oil pan. Once you take that and add all the sheet metal parts to it, check it out. The cross member design that we're fabricating right now.
Very cool.
This is the actual, so it starts off at a 1/2 inch thick, so a lot of the aftermarket pans, like some of the big guys out there, like Moroso and Canton. They use a real flimsy flange that just doesn't have any of that structural rigidity like the OEM GM pans do. So ours is a combination of this heavy back plate. Like when you bolt this up to the transmission, it ties the block in the transmission, the bell housing. It's pretty structural and it does tie it all together. So our pans are sheet metal pans, but they're really rigid and definitely are a lot tougher than the other one. You can, I bet customers like jack up their car on their pan by accident and they're like, probably shouldn't do that anyways, but it'll handle it.
That's awesome.
Good.
You have some turbo drain fittings already on?
Yep. Here we added that. Flange I was just telling you about over there, but this is like first op. We're also cutting e-brake handle at the same time. We cut the back plate and the handle.
So sweet.
Some simple parts that we're making on the lathe. These are just oil pan drain bungs, but
You guys have a 3D printer too, to test everything and
yeah, we use that. It's easy when you got to make a small part and you don't want to go all the way through the process of manufacturing, machining something. We 3D printed. Put that in the FRS. We had that little master cylinder. We all printed out. Just saves a little bit of time. Motor mount extension. See, it's got some complicated angles on it, but it gets it all lined up. Motor mount sitting flat. So these are actually examples of some of the custom headers that we make. But funny enough, these are actually not LS swap headers. These are for the Lexus ISF, RCF, and GSF. So, popular product that we make and sell a lot of these things.
All TIG welded by hand, or?
Yep.
Nice.
All in-house.
American made.
Six right there. Finished one. Scraper, it says. Nice. Multi-purpose.
And we of course have the old Mustang.
So yeah, this is where we do all of our final assembly, kind of get us up out of the dirtier manufacturing areas. We've got a bunch of mount kits that are staged and packaged.
You were working on down there?
Yep, yeah, this is actually a pretty new product. It's a test pipe that we designed that actually goes from the factory LS3 exhaust manifold to the stock catback location on 350Zs, G37s, 370Zs, G35. So it makes it like really cheap for doing your exhaust when you're doing the swap, especially if with a new mount kit you can actually use the LS3 exhaust manifold.
Do people do that for like clearance? Because I know my buddy Taylor, for example, has a LS swap Miata and he has to use factory manifolds for clearance.
Yeah, you can. So normally we'll make a header, but we tried to do this to kind of keep it like budget friendly. So a guy that, like I was saying with the CD09 setup,
Yeah.
our new kit is like designed for that. So it's like a lowest budget possible option. So
Nice.
we're also making a set of like our regular long tube headers for
Okay.
it, but this will give somebody like a second option where they don't have to spend as much money on, because the headers are like $1,100-1,200 bucks. So for $300-400 in pipes, yeah, you can have your exhaust system done.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, work and you want to get swole, this is where you come up here. Throw up some iron.
Hell yeah. Is this a Mr. Evans door?
It is. This is one of my total S13 from a long time ago.
Nice, man.
So yeah, this is our ferro arm. This is, like I mentioned, we're gonna actually scan the engine compartment in using this, but basically allows us to create a 3D image of the car itself. So this piece right here is the actual scanner, so it literally shoots a laser out, and it'll create like millions of data points that'll create like a mesh of the actual chassis. So like I could scan like this piece right here and it would actually show up in CAD. As you can see, we actually stock this stuff. A lot of these you know, our competitors in this swap kit world will make to order, which is really frustrating when you're trying to get a project done. So we do production runs. We literally stock product. You know, there's still gonna be times we'll be out of stock if we get a run on something, but either way, it's important for us to make sure we have it when you guys want it. So.
And you guys make it in-house. It's not China.
No, exactly.
So.
Yeah, I mean everything's made in the USA, in-house. It's just the only way we can control quality, because like if you buy something from somebody else and you know 3 out of 4 of them are screwed up, and you just throw them in a box and then ship them to somebody, then you don't even know. But we make it all. We touch everything. You know, the quality control is like top priority.
And that's why everyone should support the American-made stuff, because sometimes it's a little bit more pricey, but you get a quality product.
Do it right the first time.
That's
support
fact.
American manufacturing.
Is that an FD car?
Yeah, it's one of our FD cars, the RC.
Yeah, buddy.
5.7.
Yeah, another big product we make that we kind of sell all over the place is the quick change rear setup. So we make it for a whole bunch of different chassis right now. And this subframe is a stock subframe that's modified with brackets that we designed. So the big 10-inch ring and pinion rear will fit right in and bolt up just like it was there from the factory. So it's a pretty cool product, super bulletproof rear end. I mean, I've got customers making 1,500 wheel horsepower and they're holding them, so it's pretty amazing. Got a guy that, you know, will be drag racing with one too, so it'll be interesting to see. So another sister company, like I mentioned, you have JE is the shop side of things. Sikky is our manufacturing, our brand. We also have P1 Performance in-house, which is a wholesale distributor. So it's basically sells products to other shops. So we sell Sikky as well as a bunch of other brands all over the world from a wholesale, like business to business. So this is the packing and shipping area for all that stuff. And you can see we import, one of the big lines that we sell a lot of is Motul lubricants, which is actually based out of France, but you know, we distribute them, and you can't forget Garrett.
We'll take this with
us. So we're a big distributor for Garrett too. We have thousands of turbos in stock at any given point. So if you guys need any turbos or supercharged or intercoolers, hit us up. So if you've seen any of my recent closer look videos, this is where it's happening. But yeah, I got to do some echo reduction, as you can probably hear in here. But
super cool. You got a lift nice to yourself, so you can film.
Yeah, we're going to be filming a new dual rear caliper bracket install on this E36 here shortly. So it looks about as good as your Mustang you dropped off.
That's good though.
That's a thrash car, man.
That means you know, you can drive it to the limit, find the limit, smash it up.
Yeah, this is one of our test mules. So we often buy like kind of beater chassis that are straight, you know, not bent, but you know, they're cheap because they just look like crap. So this is an M3, believe it or not, that we tested our E36 mount kit in years ago. But this is our little test track and / employee parking. But you can see
A little bit of
really had fun.
yeah.
Funny thing I noticed the other day on Google Maps, like if you look at our building from Google Maps, you can see like tire tracks back here throwing down. Yeah.
What's up with the Mustang?
That's we bought that to develop the handbrake kit.
Nice.
So that's the one that we
Got some Cosmes on the back.
We're gonna make on it. Yeah, those are actually wheels off my car.
Nice.
We work. So this is the old customer service office side of the operation. So if you guys call in and need some parts or got some questions, this is where it's gonna ring through. And
US-based calls? What? You're telling me it's not going to Japan or something?
no.
Indian tech support?
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, we're actually getting ready to go to the PRI show in Indy, so we're here setting up our display.
Next week, man.
A mock setup. This will be on display out at the PRI show next week, actually.
Nice, man.
Looks like a mess right now, but work in progress.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we just got the killer tour from James here. They make all the stuff in-house, American-made, so obviously support these guys. They have a YouTube channel too, which we mentioned before. Make sure you go check it out. There's a link in the description as well. So go check it out. James here, owner, fabricator, brains, all that stuff, right?
Yeah. It's a team effort, but yeah, it's definitely a passion of ours to make awesome parts for you guys to enjoy in your cars.
So I think we're going to end this video right here. So make sure you slap the like button down below. Go check out their channel. We have another video planned here in Maryland. So if it works out, it'll be awesome. And of course, we're gonna be updating you guys along the way with the builds, and also on their channel too. They're gonna be posting little things here and there, and eventually they're gonna offer the LS swap kit, which will be really awesome for just bolting in an LS to a Mustang. So
Yeah guys, check it out. Thanks for watching.
yeah.